The Multiversus open beta just released, and we finally, after weeks and months of waiting, can play the game. Whether you got early access or just got the game literally today or tomorrow, we are all just excited to finally play this game. A lot of new stuff has been added since the closed beta, including everyone actually having alternate variant and a lot of other stuff too. But a lot of fans actually want more stuff and more characters. So today we're going to be talking about the things that we need in Multiversus the fans want. Whether it's stages, characters, or even buffs or debuffs or whatever. We're going to talk about it all. With a game like this and proof that the developers are willing to listen to fans, we are excited and we might even see these changes happen in the future. Before we start, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let's start with a ScoobyDoo game. Okay, I love that Shaggy in this game has the ultimate crazy Ultra Instinct inspiration he has. But for a series called ScoobyDoo, it is weird that Scooby himself is an N. Now, in a leak where both Rick and Morty and LeBron James were confirmed, which by the way, were literally announced a few days ago, so the chances of Scooby getting in the game is really good. So I won't be surprised if we see him in the future. Now, a lot of people also say they want the rest of the gang, like Velma and Freddy, and honestly, having 3 out of 5 of the cast is just fine. Like, what are you gonna do with like Freddy and Daphne? Like, you can't really add much. Having 3 characters out of the 5, like I said before, is just a good enough representation. Another though series that does lack or will kind of need one more player is Steven Universe. Now, we currently have Steven and Garnet. And I'm fine with that. Honestly, I was surprised to even get Garnet to begin with. Because personally, just having Steven himself is good. But like, if we were going to add another Steven Universe character, I think Pearl would be a great addition. I might be a little biased though because she's my favorite out of the whole like Steven Universe gang. But like, hey, what can I say, man? I just think she's going to be a great addition. And a lot of people do too. And one more thing I do wish they want them to add, and isn't a character, but a feature. In the closed beta, when Garnet loses, she dies. Like, she just straight up dies. And I found this really hilarious, honestly. But I kind of wish it was back in the game, because now when she loses, she does inner peace. And I find this great, and I'm not sure if like losing animations like rotate or not, but like, from what I've seen, they kind of removed this, which is kind of disappointing and sad for me, not gonna lie. But hey, at least she doesn't die. Now let's take a break from character-specific stuff and move on to more game-specific stuff. Now, I know this is a free-to-play game, and we'll be relying on things like Gleamium and coins for people to buy if they want to purchase more things. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine that this is a free-to-play game and like it's not pay to win. But there's one thing that does annoy me, and that's that it's really hard to get coins in this game. You see, once you like finish the battle pass and you like finish like leveling up everyone, the only way you can really get coins is through winning matches or just playing matches in general, and you'll get like 10 to like 30-ish coins-ish, and that is pretty little. And I've known a lot of people, even if they haven't like unlocked everyone yet, like they're struggling to get coins. Like it's like a coin grind we have to do. And I just wish that it was more, easier to get coins. Now understand, this is a free-to-play game and WB has to find a way to make money. I understand that. But please, and I mean please, give us a bit more coins. Now you can get coins from like giving toast or getting toast or whatever, but you only get like 12, and honestly, it ain't that much. Mostly since we're talking about a lot of these characters cost like 3,000 coins to unlock and all that, so yeah. Another thing people really want, and I personally find really unrealistic, is a story mode. Honestly, I personally think this will never happen. But who knows? I mean, Smash Bros. At one point had a story mode. And like we all thought that would be impossible. And hey, who knows? I mean, they have a battle pass just similar to Fortnite, and well, Fortnite kind of have some kind of story going on, so I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, now the more I think about it, in a lot of leaks, like, there's like a few OCs coming to the game eventually called Brood and all that, and they could potentially just be the big bad of like the story mode or whatever, but who knows. Another thing that a lot of people want are third-party characters. For what I've been able to see and research, the devs of this are actually don't mind adding third-party characters, and they're willing to if like the other companies come forward to them. In fact, they even said that like certain characters they wouldn't mind. Like for example, they actually said, hey, they wouldn't mind like getting Sonic in the game. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him in like a year or two where he can beat the shit out of Shaggy. And the same thing goes for the Goku. Heck, he's even in some leaks too. Listen, man, if I see Goku in this game, I'm gonna main him day one. Like, it's gonna be so fun. Like, I already main Shaggy for one reason, and that is because he has Ultra Instinct. If we actually get Goku, I'm gonna drop Shaggy and go for Goku. One annoying thing I have noticed though from the fan base is that just like with the Smash fandom, when like the battle pass and like characters getting released, is that people are now starting to make rules on who can and cannot get into the game, when there isn't any rules in reality. Like, we weren't given like a guideline that says this character can get in or these type of characters can't get in. In the Smash like fandom, the only like rules we were given is that they have to originate in a video game. So like characters in Smash like Goku or Mickey Mouse or Spider-Man, they can't be in a game. Even though they do have like their own video games, but they originate from a series. Now for Multiversus, we don't have any rules. So as long as we're given a set rule, it could be anyone. Like we can have like any third party or whatnot. And people are starting to put in rules on who can and cannot, and it's a bit annoying. Like for example, one character a lot of people do want is like, for example, people from Breaking Bad. And hey, I can see that happening. But like people are like downplaying that it's impossible when these rules were never even set to begin with. Now let's change the topic to character buffs and debuffs. Now with every fighting game, there's always going to be patch notes. And in patch notes, characters get buffed or debuffed. And well, some characters have actually been buffed or debuffed from the closed beta to the open beta. I'll be making a separate video on that. But right now, there are some characters that I would love a buff or debuff. Example for these are for Harley and for Taz to get nerfed. Now, I'm gonna say it right now, Taz is probably like the Ness of the Multiverse series, because all people have to do is spam side B, which is his tornado, because for some reason his tornado was really, really good in this game to win. In fact, I've been seeing a lot of hate for Taz. On the other hand, there's characters that do a buff, one of these being Iron Giant. He is a huge and slow character, but does a lot of damage. But he can easily get bodied by basically anyone. Like, he's literally combo food. Like, he is so huge that like any move will basically hit him. So honestly, if his moves were more powerful, it would justify, it will justify him. Therefore, he'll have a fighting chance.
I don't care, bro. I do not care. I do not care at all. Oh, please! Oh my god. Oh my. Bro, no.
I clip that.
One feature I do believe should be in this game is teching. In Smash Bros, when you get launched and hit a wall or part of a stage, you just bounce off it. But if you press the shield button as you hit the stage, you can tech, and with that, all your momentum is cancelled. If we had this in game, this will be helpful for escaping down air chains. One thing I've noticed in this game that down air or aerial down as it is in this game, or is it called or whatever, you can chain it. Like, you can hit someone with like a down, I'm gonna call it down air, fuck it, but like you can hit someone with a down air and they'll hit the ground and they'll come back up, and then you can like follow him and then hit him with another down air, and you can basically combo and like chain it. So you can literally do chain down airs in this game. And of course, I've seen a lot of hate for this stage, Haunted Mansion, where like it's basically an enclosed area where like you just bounce around and everyone like basically lives in high percentage and stuff like that, and you're just bouncing around. One way I think to make the stage a bit less or more tolerable, is by adding teching. The same goes for like, let's say you're on a wall and like you get spiked and you tech it, you can like not die. Now this could help you live longer, and a way you can like kind of balance this is by like only being able to tech if you hit it at a specific time frame. With a series as huge as Looney Tunes, it is very surprising that we only have 2 Looney Tunes, with that being Bugs and Taz. And although I don't mind Taz being here, I think that another Looney Tune would have been a better representation of the series in general. In fact, I have 2 people in mind. One of them has actually been in a recent leak, and has basically been confirmed. The first one, which is probably my favorite, and a lot of people also agree with me they want in this game, is Wile E. Coyote. Now, I remember watching the Roadrunner cartoons on Cartoon Network late at night when I was a kid, and I loved them. So I might show a bit of bias in my reasoning here, but hear me out. I think he could be a great fighter. He could be a trap character or a mage. In his cartoon, he is shown to be a great fighter when it comes to traps. So this is perfect, and there's a lot of things they can use out of his like moveset. Honestly, the Actum rocket that Bugs has could probably just fit Wile E. Coyote, honestly. The next character from Looney Tunes is Daffy Duck. When I think of rivals, when it comes to the Looney Tunes series, I just think of Bugs and Daffy. Like, it's just a classic rivalry they have. He'd be a more of a crazier bruiser, but in leaks that I've specifically seen, it states that this is going to be Duck Dodgers. Now, this is a more unique take on Daffy, and he is basically a superhero who takes down Marvin the Martian and whatnot from what I've known from the show. But I really do like this interpretation if they actually come through and if the leak is real. Now, another character that has also been shown in leaks is Marvin the Martian. In fact, his UFO was actually seen in the background of the stage Trophy's Edge, and has actually been in the background of a trailer before. So there's a chance that they might be hinting him or teasing that this guy is eventually going to come into the party or whatnot. Now, although I think these 3 or 4 characters are good for representing Looney Tunes, there is one more thing I do want to add. For Bugs Bunny, I want his Space Jam costume, specifically the one in Space Jam 2. Now, it has been confirmed that he's going to have this OG Space Jam one in the game, but I kind of like his Space Jam 2 appearance better. Plus, LeBron is also having the Space Jam 2 attire, so I think it would be fitting if Bugs also had it too. Also, another good skin for Bugs is maybe Lola. Now, I know Lola doesn't do the shenanigans that Bugs do, but I mean, hey, they're both rabbits from the same series. I don't see why not they can do this. Looney Tunes should be the basically Mario series of the WB universe. And if Looney Tunes is the Mario series, then the DC universe should be the Pokemon series. The DCU has the same pool as Looney Tunes, therefore they should have just as much characters, maybe even more. Now, we currently have a few DC characters. For example, in the Batman series we have Batman and Harley, and in a leak we have seen a Joker. And I think this is enough for Batman rep. Now, I do wish they had more like variations for Batman, but I wouldn't mind if they added Robin. Because hey, if Joker has his partner, Harley Quinn, then why not can't Batman have his partner, Robin? I think this would be great. As for his other rival, Superman, I also think he needs more variants to represent his history. Now, a lot of these variations have been teased and basically confirmed, so I'm kind of glad for that, but I think like DC should have much more representation than they do now. Now, of course, then again, we're in its beta phase, so of course they're going to add more characters, but I just can't wait to see them. For example, Green Lantern has been teased through the trailers, where you can actually see a real Green Lantern. So this might be a hint that he's coming to the game. And also, people have asked in the past through Twitter, how would the Flash work? And they basically said that they wouldn't mind adding him in general. Plus other characters can be added, like Aquaman and other DC heroes. Like, hey, maybe Shazam or like Black Adam. I mean, since their movies are coming out soon, so I wouldn't be surprised if they got added. Plus, hey, if The Rock can be in Fortnite, then I guess he could be in Multiversus. Like, why not? Personally, if I were to choose one DC character, it'll be the Flash or Plastic Man, just for his sheer personality alone. When it comes to Adventure Time series, I think that the representation is really good. Although, there are two characters I want them to add though. Marceline. I think Marceline will be a good addition to the roster, and Ice King. I really love Ice King, and honestly, just like with Goku, if Ice King was released in this game, I would make him day one. Although, if we had a second stage where he was in the background, something like that, I'll be fine with that. And speaking of stages, we need much more stages. A lot of stages we have now are lackluster and are kind of mid. And besides, Haunted Mansion has been out for like a week, and people already hate this stage to death. So let's change it up by adding a lot more stages from like properties like Superman. For example, we can do Metropolis or like the Warner Bros. Tower, among many other stuff like the desert from Looney Tunes. I can go on all day. And that's all, folks. This is all things that the fans want from Multiversus. Now, there's a huge chance we're going to get a lot of these stuff in, since after all, this is the beta. Well, who knows? We'll see. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, or I'm going to be making a lot more Multiversus content. And I also stream every night where I play Pokemon. I'm trying to play every single Pokemon game until a new one comes out. And yeah, let's try to get to 1,000 subscribers. And once that happens, I'm going to do a giveaway. And with that being said, have a nice day. And don't forget to wipe your ass when you take a shit.